Right guys, I'm just going to do this as a quick interlude. This isn't about Jack the Ripper. I've done the Jack the Ripper victims, but if anyone watches this and they want to see where one of them are, you see these two trees. As you can see, you just come in the entrance here, and then we'll just go very briefly. Just up here is the memorial plaque for Annie Chapman, who is lady number 2 of Jack the Ripper. So I'll just go and show you this quickly. Yeah, because funny enough, the main reason why we're here is actually quite a, this is kind of a good marker to show you from. So they don't keep flowers here all the time because my flowers have disappeared. Admit it was over a year ago since I was last here though. So yeah. Yeah, so that's where Annie is. And funny enough, if anyone else has seen, because when I came here and I did my main Jack the Ripper videos, I actually did add an additional video much later on, and that because I thought originally she was like over there, Annie's memorial, so I had like footage and that I used afterwards in like another video and that. And now this mound has been added, so I wonder if that's what they were working on at the time when I came here. And that, yeah, which leads me into the bit about this main video, which is about, we are here to visit the, well, the sort of grave of some of the Bethnal Green victims. I say that. So yeah, so here's Annie. But we're going to go this way. Yeah, because like I said, they were buried in here, and I found that out thanks to, once again, because of the House of Lechmere. Thank you once again, Edward, for highlighting this. But this is the bit that I am not thrilled about, and neither is he. Yeah, can you see this mound over here? Yeah, but you can also see this. Now, I was told by Bethnal Green that this has a bit, this isn't complete, yeah, maybe this is what they mean. Maybe they've got to plant stuff here. Yeah. How about we go up here? We get a nice view. If only there was a bench here, that would be the only thing that would be good. Well, that's a good photo. Yeah, because I'll link his video below, because at least he managed to capture it during that. But basically, these are all, these headstones, yes, these are of all the, you know, all the victims. I hate that word, but it's the only word to use. And that, these are all their headstones. And literally, as you can see where this mound starts, this was where those headstones were. Yes, I can't believe I'm actually saying this. I suppose it's the lesser of two evils, because what they've done is they've piled up at least, what, 2 feet at least. I think, actually, no, I think it might be more than 2 feet. Well, no, no, not 2 feet, more, maybe 2 meters worth, or, and that, because basically what has happened is they're going to reuse this effectively. These bodies, the bodies haven't been disturbed, they are still intact, but effectively they are underneath this, because I assume what they're trying to do is they're trying to reuse this space where possible, so their bodies are underneath this, and then they're going to rebury over it. I suppose the only sort of semi-decent thing, I suppose, because of who these people were, is they've at least removed their headstones and they've made this memorial for them, which I suppose is the lesser of two evils. But seriously, what about also keeping, you know, physically their bodies intact, because they're pretty much underneath there. So I'm with Edward, because I did message him about this to try and get some extra information on this before I made this video. Hey guys, yes, me cutting in here from that original footage you've just seen. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to introduce this segment to you. This clip that you're about to see, I have very kindly got permission from Edward Stoll, who is from the House of Lechmere YouTube channel, and I'm bringing this in for you because, like I told you in the previous video with the Stairway to Heaven memorial, it was Edward who first highlighted this whole Bethnal Green disaster for me. But the main reason why I'm bringing this clip in for you is because he filmed this, I think it was about 3 years ago, when the headstones, which I'm going to show you, which are part of the memorial, which I've just shown you are part of the memorial now, but back then the graves and the headstones were still intact. So over to Edward once again. Thank you so much for your help on this part, Edward, and all of that lot, and being very generous and kind with your time, and also helping me come up with a title for this this video, because it was a bit tricky. So over to Edward now, guys. And seriously, if any of you guys are big Jack the Ripper fans, which you might have been, and as you know, I've covered aspects of the Jack the Ripper and that through the actual Chronicle 5 and other little segments here and there and that, but Edward has really highlighted, and that's the main reason for his channel, is he's put a lot of evidence and a lot of time and effort in his videos about Charles Lechmere, or Charles Cross, and that being the actual, a very good possible suspect of being Jack the Ripper himself. So if you want to go and watch more of those, go and check his channel out. Over to him. Bye bye.
We're now going to look over here, because there's something else I want to show you in the same cemetery about 20 yards away in this direction. So Annie Chapman's marker is just over there on the raised bit of ground, whereas here, this row of graves along here, they're actually marked with this tape. They're all victims of the Bethnal Green tube disaster. All the ones that are buried in this cemetery. A lot of the victims of the Bethnal Green tube disaster are buried in different cemeteries. All the victims who were buried in Manor Park Cemetery along this line, I discovered them a few years ago. I was involved with helping the charity of the Bethnal Green tube disaster, called the Stairway to Heaven charity, for a memorial to the victims of the Bethnal Green tube disaster, which was a disaster that happened during the Second World War, May the 3rd, 1943, at Bethnal Green tube station, where 143 people were crushed to death, including 3 members of the Lechmere family, interestingly enough. The lady who's buried here survived the Bethnal Green tube disaster, actually, and was severely injured, and her husband, who was a grandson of Charles Lechmere, died at the Bethnal Green tube disaster. The reason why they've been marked with this tape is because they're planning to cover them all, as they've covered the graves over there with that raised bit of soil. They're going to reuse this plot of land by mounding up soil here and burying other people on top. And there's a lot of opposition to this, obviously, because these are all victims of the Bethnal Green tube disaster. That's why they've all been marked up here now. But they're all the way along. They're all the way along here. We can see here, look, the 3rd of March 1943 here. This one as well, look, 3rd of March 1943. Third of March 1943. Again, 3rd of March 1943. All the way along here.
And that's so, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Well, I'm sort of annoyed, but at least they did do a semi-decent thing in doing this for them and everything. So, yeah. Yeah, I must admit, the one thing that is also a bit sad is these headstones could do with a damn good clean. Yeah. Here we go. There was me. Remember I said to you earlier on the other video, I couldn't remember the date. Yes. 3rd of March, 1943. That was Annie Louise Boxer. I can't read all of these, unfortunately, guys. Some of these are really bad, as you can see from this one. But if you want longer on each one of these, guys, just hit pause, okay? Oh, that is so sad. Yeah, a bit of a solemn one. Well, not that any grave or anything isn't solemn, but this one in particular. So, yeah, sort of, you know, between a rock and a hard shell, isn't it, this? Well, thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. From me, Sharona. Bye-bye.